All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne on YouTube. Good to see you. What's happening? Happy Monday. Monday the 8th. Yeah. New week. Rested up, fired up, ready to go. I hope you are as well. Not a cloud in the sky here in northern Maine. All good. Drywaller starts today. We're going to continue ripping out the floor of the shed out there and get that tuned up. So, yeah, we took a rest day yesterday. Didn't do too much. Kind of did a couple of errands. Mom and Dad stopped by for a bit and checked on progress. And then we just said, you know what, we probably could use a break. So we took the rest of the day and just chilled out and took it easy. I even took a nap or so or three. Good morning, Dad. What's happening? Dave Davis from Denver. How are you? Elizabeth from Natchez. What's going on? Good to see you guys. Well rested today. The drywaller's getting here at the bottom of the hour, but he'll probably walk in 10 minutes and I'll be all sideways. But hoping to finish up before he shows up. He was going to be here at 7:30 and then texted and said it'll be 8:30 yesterday. Let me know. So we're excited about him getting going and making this place making it look more finished. So getting some drywall on the walls and covering up the insulation and yeah, it's gonna be great. So anyway, had another guy stop by yesterday that's gonna help us out with some things, and we were able to get rid of the I don't know, we called it the coop. It's like a smaller dog kennel type of thing that I dragged down the driveway. So that's gone. So we got progress all over the place. So how are you guys doing? How was your weekend? I hope it was good. Here we go, another week. Closing in on, it won't be long before the second quarter is over. I mean, that's amazing. With a year, it'll be half done. Or, yeah, half over, half started, whatever you want to call it. Half full, cup half full, half empty. Whatever. So, yeah, good stuff. Guys, it goes fast. It really does. We've been talking about becoming the CEO, right? Better version of you for your business. Okay. One of the fastest ways to become the bottleneck in your business, and I've said this before, but it's to answer every question. Okay. Every problem, every challenge. Hey, Sherry, every decision, every issue. Most business owners think they're helping. I got to help. I got to roll up my sleeves and dig in here. But what they're actually doing is just creating dependence. And dependence doesn't scale. It's hard to scale that, right? So today's lesson is about stop solving problems that your team should solve. Here comes Ben Bryant. My cousin is doesn't matter if half full or half empty. The cup is poison. He's the life of the party. I bet he is. I bet he's a real treat around the holidays. Yeah, if your people need you for everything, you've just built a team of followers, okay? Not leaders. We talk about building leaders here, okay? Let me ask you a question. How many times a day does somebody walk in your office, call your phone, send you an email, send you a text, interrupt your day with a problem? And how many times do you immediately provide the answer? Good morning, Wendy. Hey. How many times do you immediately provide the answer? Be honest, guys. It feels productive. It feels helpful. Feels like leadership. Hey, I'm the one giving all the answers, right? But what if I told you that every time you immediately solve someone else's problem, you might actually be creating a bigger one? Right? Because every answer you provide can either build ownership or build dependence. Which one do you want to build? Okay, hard truth here. Most business owners complain that nobody thinks for themselves. I wish these guys would just, come on, you would think that they would do this and that. Nobody takes initiative around here. How come nobody solves any problems? Nobody acts like an owner, right? They're not the owner. But then they complain about that, but then they answer every question. They solve every issue, make every decision, approve every move, all the stuff, right? And at some point, we have to ask, did the team become dependent or did we train them to be dependent? Yeah, it might sting a little bit, but it's important, okay? Ben says a couple weeks ago, I picked up a shovel. Everybody started yelling at me to stop, put it down, go do something else. They don't want me to mess up with the sure. We'll choose the first answer, right? Yeah, I mean, I did this a lot with Turner Builders, where employees asking questions all the time. What should we do here? What material should we order? How should we handle this customer? Are you coming over today? What should we do next? At first it felt necessary. Oh, they need me. I'm the guy, right? But then one day you just kind of realize I accidentally just became the operating system for the entire company. Nothing moves unless you touch it, and that's exhausting, and it's unsustainable. Yeah, absolutely, Kathy. Good morning. Good to see you. Need to let others learn by making mistakes. Absolutely. Hard to watch sometimes, but we need to do it. Okay. I talk a lot about that leadership trap where, many owners actually enjoy being needed. We do what serves us, that kind of thing, right? I mean, let's be honest. Being the smartest person in the room might feel pretty good, right? But being the problem solver feels pretty good. Being the hero feels good. But those feelings come with a cost. Okay, the more that your team depends on you, the less they develop. Okay, what's a question that your team asks you over and over again? Same question, every week, every month. Doesn't matter. Drop it in the comments if you dare. This doesn't go anywhere, guys. Nobody watches this. Yeah, put it in the comments. What's a question that your team asks you over and over again? And then ask yourself this: why are they still asking? That question, if you present that to yourself, it's gonna force a little bit of reflection. Okay, it's the real job of a leader. It's not to create followers. Okay, it's to create decision makers, to create leaders. Okay, think about the difference. Followers need answers. Leaders develop judgment. Followers wait, leaders act. Followers seek permission, leaders take ownership. These are the people we want on our team, okay? One of the biggest lessons I've learned as a coach is that people grow when they think. That's why I ask a lot of questions, okay? It's not just, oh, tell me more about that. And, oh, how does that make you feel, okay? It's not when I think for them, okay? Like imagine if every coaching call ended with me simply telling you what to do. Do stuff with them so you don't have to do stuff for them, says Travis. Yeah, man, that's right. You've hired people, worked with them, developed them. So imagine if every coaching call ended with me just saying, yeah, hey, Travis, go do that. You might get a short-term answer, but they're not going to develop any long-term capability. Yeah. Dave says they always ask where I get my energy, even at 5 a.m. Yeah, exactly. You're choosing to be that way. Okay. That's why like coaching often sounds like, well, what do you think? What options do you see? What would you do if I wasn't available? It's that way because growth happens through ownership. Leadership works exactly the same way. Okay. The three most powerful questions are, what do you think? What options have you considered? What do you recommend? Many times people ask advice or ask direction for things they already know the answers to. Okay. I have several clients. I talk a lot about this with like people that are developing project managers or office staff or field leaders. Okay. When we have the breakthrough, it wasn't just because, they got better instructions. It was that they took ownership. Okay. They got people to take ownership. The owner stopped solving every issue. The team started stepping up, and the owner eventually got some oxygen. Okay. There's a cost to being the all-knowing, to being the answer. Okay. One is your time. Okay. You become the bottleneck. Two, team confidence, right? People stop trusting themselves. I better ask Bob. Last time he took my head off when I made a decision. Other one's growth. Okay. The company can't grow if you're providing all the answers. Number four, the biggest one probably is leadership development. That's a huge cost. Future leaders never emerge if they're kept down here, okay? Because you're occupying all the leadership space. You got to have the screen, right? You got to have the stage. You got to be the guy. Leave the ego in the car, dude, right? I mean, think about how this plays out in sports. Great coaches don't play the game. You don't see Nick Saban out there taking reps. Okay, they develop players. Like, imagine if Saban ran onto the football field every day. You'd be like, what's going on here? He's got guys for that. Yet that's exactly how many owners operate in the business. They're constantly stepping onto the field instead of developing the players who are supposed to play the game. All right. So the next time someone comes to you with a problem, don't answer immediately. Speaking of problems, Bubba Hogan just showed up. Just pause and ask a question. Force some thinking. Create some ownership. Allow a little bit of discomfort. Hey, what do you think we should do here? Right? Because leadership happens in that discomfort. Okay. Good morning, Rachel. How are you? It's not convenient, right? It's never convenient to take the time. Hey, let me show you how to set up that pump. Let me show you why we set the liner that way, or what we do first, right? And show them again if you have to. Okay, there's a little decision-making test you can do. You can ask yourself, if I disappeared for 2 weeks, and we've been doing this for several days now, how many decisions would stop getting made if you disappeared for a couple weeks? So the answer there will reveal the health of your leadership bench. If you don't have, a couple guys or a couple girls in the wings that are making decisions when you're not there, you've got some work to do. So every time a problem lands on your desk, just ask yourself, when I say lands on your desk, I just mean comes to you. Am I solving this because only I can solve it? Or because it's easier than teaching someone else to solve it? Am I solving this because I'm the only one that can solve it, or because it's easier than teaching someone else? Okay. Powerful distinction there. Okay. If you're the answer to every problem, you're also the limitation to every solution. So be careful. It's hard to grow when you're the person that's just making all the decisions. Okay. So how about this? For the next 7 days, for the next week or so, before answering a question for your team, ask one question first, just one. Okay. Maybe it's just as simple as, hey, I thought we had a process for that. Hey, good morning, Taylor Payne. Glad you need to hear it. Just ask a question, force some ownership. Watch what happens. Hey, maybe simply, what do you think we should do? Right? You'd be amazed how many answers people already have. And frankly, my findings were that more often than not, they had a better solution than I did. I'm like, that I would walk on site and say, yeah, we're going to take this beam, we're going to build a wall, we're going to do this. And Mark would say, well, why don't we just do this and do that? And it'll be quicker and cost less. I'm like, I'll be in the truck. Empower them to make decisions. Okay. You'd be amazed at what they know. Okay. The real secret is that strong businesses are not built on great owners. Okay. They're built on great decision makers. Great decision makers are developed, not discovered. They don't just fall out of the sky. Okay. So this week, you could do this too. Like, identify just one person on your team, one person, someone with potential, of course, not someone that's just there for a paycheck. Okay. The next time they bring you a problem, don't solve it, coach it, develop them, build the judgment, build the confidence, build the ownership, because that gets you closer to your next step. Okay. The goal of leadership isn't to become indispensable. The goal of leadership is to provide people who no longer depend on you for every answer. Okay. To develop people that do that. Okay. We got my merds wixed. That's scale. That's leverage. And that's what CEOs do. Develop those people. Bubba says, I have a better story to share later. Hey, if Bubba doesn't drive you away from this today, or if he already has, come back tomorrow. Just kidding with you. We're going to talk about becoming the person that your business needs. Okay. Because after talking about, for 9 days of talking about leadership and systems and delegation and decisions and ownership, we arrive at the most important lesson of all. Everything in your business rises and falls with you. Right? It does. Extreme ownership, if you must know, right? So tomorrow we're going to bring the entire series home. I'll wrap it up in a nice package for you. Give it to you. Good morning, Tony Ruffin. What's going on, brother? Yeah, tomorrow's day 10. So we'll wrap this up and start a new series on wrap it up tomorrow, start a new one on Wednesday. So it's going to be a good week. Hope you guys tune in. Share this out. I was listening to Frisella on the way over here, his Q&A. And he talks about sharing his show and how he doesn't take on advertisers because he doesn't want to be influenced on what to say, right? Not in any way comparing myself to him, but I just think it's cool how he says, "Don't be a hoe, share the show." So share the show. Just share it out, guys. I don't ask for anything to do this. Today's day 529 of doing it in a row, very consistently, without interruption. So all I ask is that you share it, send it to somebody in the DM. Let's get some more people on here with us every morning. Ben Bryant says, so when our team asks a question, treat it like a coach. Sure, I'll help you with I'll help you next Tuesday night, 4 to 5 p.m. Central. Ben, you have my number. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Just kind of kick it back to him a little bit. I remember a story about Kevin Hancock, owner of the I don't know if it must be the biggest lumber company in Maine. Maybe Hammond is. I don't know. I was talking to him one day, and he's been afflicted with I think it's called sonic dysphonia, where he's actually losing his voice. But in the early stages of it, he didn't know what was going on. He just knew that he was losing his voice all the time. So he said, I just came up with this strategy. When people came in my office and asked me a question, I would just say, what do you think we should do? And they would say, what they had for a solution. He'd go do that. And it allowed him to speak very little. Okay. He actually ended up writing a book called Shared Leadership. I'll find it. But that was, I think the inspiration for that was that kind of that, realization that he didn't have to solve everybody's problem. Okay. And it actually created a movement within the company to have this thing that he ended up calling shared leadership. So share with us what days for calls this month on the Edge and a link to sign up if someone needs, sir. Yes. So tomorrow night will be our business development call. Our personal development call. So tomorrow's the 9th. So the 16th will be our business development call. All right. And the 23rd will be our office hours. So for the next 3 Tuesdays, those will be our calls this month. There's actually 5 Tuesdays in June. So I kind of put them in the middle 3. The call's at 5 p.m. And if you join the Edge Live, there it is. Wendy popping it in. Join the Edge Live. You're welcome to join us. It's a Zoom call. It's very interactive. It's not just me barking at you. Okay, we get you involved. So come ready to play. Okay, come ready to get better. Bubba is usually there supporting us, and we've got even more people showing up this week. So more people have joined. Ben Bryant's in the mix. Aaron Callie's in the mix, and I anticipate more people joining this week. So it's been fun to build and get people kind of assembled in the community. Ben says it's in the calendar. Good chance I'll miss half of it because of previous commitment. That's okay, bud. Same with the rest of the month. Oh well, your loss. Truly. Truly. But yeah, we have some fun, but we get serious about it. And so on the office hours calls, which is on the 23rd, that's kind of a bring your stuff one. Okay. And that's open. I like to put somebody, I call it the hot seat. And we kind of go around in a mastermind form where, everybody gets to ask clarifying questions about what this person's having for a challenge. And then we all offer feedback with the goal of the person walking away with 2 or 3 takeaways. New victims, Jess. 2 or 3 takeaways, action items, things that they can come back, the next week and say, hey, I tried what you guys said and it didn't work. No, I did this and I did this and now I'm at this stage. So it's not a room full of newbies either. There's some people in here that are doing millions of dollars in business, and you can learn a lot from them. Okay, it's not just, hey, listen to Bob, bang on the table and tell you what's up. In fact, I really try to empower everybody else to be in coach mode, so to speak, on that call. The personal and the business development calls, usually I'll pick a topic, I'll come with it, but I'm going to want you to interact. Okay, with the goal of everybody leaving with a little something something more than they showed up with. So Wendy says you have to copy and paste the link because she's on her phone. So, which means she's on her way here to work with me, which is like holding the flashlight for your dad. I'm just kidding. We do pretty well. We got to get the rest of that floor out of that shed today. So that'll be good. So anyway, guys, I got to run. I got Billy, the drywaller, showing up today. There's 60 some odd sheets of drywall here. I'm just now, I think my left arm is now back to the same length as my right arm after lugging those in with Matt the other day. So millions of cents in business. Yes. So, but yeah, guys, have a great day. Have an even better week. I'll be back here tomorrow, 8 a.m. I don't see any interruptions. Thank you, Paul. I'll get your book out to you this week. We're sending a few out. So, guys, as usual, if you don't have a copy of Finding Your Edge and you want one, okay, just shoot me a DM. I'll send you an autographed copy. And like I said yesterday, I didn't write the book to become a millionaire selling books. I wrote it to get it out there and have some impact and legacy and let people know what it would be like to work with me, but also get to know where I'm coming from. I kind of blend my lessons in endurance sport with lessons in business for a book on building mental toughness for business and life. So anyway, thanks, David. I appreciate it. Matt Blood is in the mix. Good to see you, buddy. We need to connect real soon. So, yeah, because Wendy's going to start doing tile. Don't worry, Benny. I'm tougher than a bag of hammers. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we're rested up and ready to go. So expect a reel from Wendy tonight, and it's going to be a doozy. So, all right. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. Do something for someone else. Ask yourself, who needs more from you? All right. Come from a place of service. You might be surprised what happens. Good morning, Kaylin Newton. Didn't know you were over there on Instagram. Good to see you, buddy. And guys, I'll see you later. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Be safe.